I'd like to revisit the need for ITA restructuring. We make $24,000 annually, just under $1,500 a month for those without employer-provided insurance, even lower for those with. Meanwhile, the average rent for a one-bedroom apartment in our area has risen to $1,570. My paycheck can no longer even cover rent, let alone other expenses. Last week, it was said we can't match Stafford, just as Stafford cannot match Prince William. But Prince William pays their new teachers $10,000 more annually. Stafford's technical support specialist role, which mirrors ITA responsibilities, starts at $40,000 more. Even smaller counties like Louisa, with 1,600 high school students, offer pay comparable to Prince William. Making ITAs 12-month employees without increasing pay means more work for little reward. We manage over 1,000 devices, oversee repairs, software, networks in some cases, and device enrollments, all while serving as role models to children. These responsibilities deserve better compensation. Last year, the county was 6 cents short of the taxes needed to fully fund schools. This year, we can present a budget early, one that meets the school's needs. With all due respect, it's not your job to decide what taxpayers can afford. It's your job to present a budget that reflects what our schools need to succeed. If the supervisors choose to underfund schools again, the consequences and responsibilities fall on their shoulders. You worked hard to support us last year, and I'm asking you to do the same this year. Our teachers, students, and staff deserve it. When election time comes, the community will remember your track record and vote accordingly.
I really do believe that landing on a unanimous budget is really important. I think it's very important for this board to be able to go to the Board of Supervisors and say, we have done the work. We are convinced that this is what we need, and we're asking for it as a unified front. I think that has been the challenge for the last, I don't even know, 6 or 7 years. And it happened once when Mr. Taylor was the superintendent. And that was the people who voted for that budget, who were on the other side, as we seem to have fallen into. That wasn't a sign of weakness. That was a sign of commitment. And that every yes vote says to me, I have done the work, I have looked at the numbers, I understand the problem, and this is what we have to ask for. So I once again implore you to find a way to come to a unanimous decision about this budget as you approach the Board of Supervisors.
Dr. Mitchell, I too echo the comments of the previous speakers about wanting to apologize, if nothing else, for the vile nature of the comments that you're receiving. I've seen nothing but competence, dedication out of you, your staff. Your presence, your executive presence is exactly what this school division needed. I appreciate it. I've worked for a lot of commanders. I've seen good leadership. I've seen toxic. Bravo Zulu to you too, Dr. Mitchell.
I would also like to echo other speakers and just say to Dr. Mitchell, I really appreciate the work you are doing. And I've lived in Spotsylvania for, 21 years now. And this is not the Spotsylvania that I have come to love. And so I too apologize for the treatment that I have seen of you by some of the folks in our community. We can all disagree, but I just don't see any need for the nastiness, and I appreciate your willingness to sit there and be strong.
But primarily, I'm here to tell Dr. Mitchell that we support you 100%. The things that you have done is just challenging, have enhanced the community. And time again, when you first came, you reached out to everyone. You opened the door for everyone to come talk to you. We appreciate you. I want you to know that.
I do ask that you ensure that teacher salary go up. We are desperately short for teachers in Spotsylvania. I know my one son has a 6th grade math teacher that is an English teacher, and he's doing well, but we do need to have competitive salaries, especially as Prince William and counties more north are offering more. So if we can increase teachers' salaries, that would be fantastic. Thank you so much.
And the first thing I want to do is thank our staff for their dedication and for creating a needs-based budget. And hopefully this year the vicious cycle is going to be broken. Usually we identify the need, we request the money to remedy the need, and then we are denied. And so I really hope that this year that pattern is broken. I really appreciated the priorities poll that you instituted. And I loved even more that it seemed for the first time in a long time that paraeducators were actually appreciated and acknowledged and came out third in the running for priorities of our county. So that's really great. You're off to a good start with trying to retain and recruit paraeducators by proposing a COLA as well as a step increase. I've been here for 12 years and I've had one step increase. So really not what was promised on my interview. The other thing I would like to suggest is that it might also be helpful in your efforts to do that, because I think you have 56 paraeducator positions to fill. If you took all those full-time paraeducators and converted them to contracted employees, those benefits really are something to entice somebody to join our staff as well as to stay here in Spotsylvania County. Since those paraeducators are doing the exact same job as a contracted paraeducator, why should they not be compensated in a similar manner?